All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of No Limits, and I got the boys on again, Deep and Harshan. Like I can't even call these guys the boys; they're just co-hosts at this point. Like, am I wrong, guys?
Bro, we're just out here, man. We're always here, yo. We're always here.
Honestly, we always show up.
Yeah. And my actual co-host, like, he's busy. Yeah, okay. We'll move on from that. And we all just watched Wrestlemania, the 2 night event. And let's get right into it, guys. Let's start off with night one. You guys both watched, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start off with the man, Logan Paul. Who the fuck thought Logan Paul would be in the WWE in 2022?
That's just insane. Like, if you look back a couple years and if somebody said that, like, I just laugh. He actually did really well too. Like, he sold
Really?
a lot of it in the ring.
And
That's all.
honestly, in the ring, like, yo, he was technically really sound too. Like, that neck breaker he pulled off, and even his frog splash, and the way he attracted heat from doing Eddie Guerrero's like shoulder roll. He knows how to play a heel very well.
Dude, he's a
Yeah.
natural heel, man. Holy shit, he's so good at it.
He's so and he was with paired up with the Miz, who's one of the best heels in wrestling right now.
Exactly.
One of the best heels in wrestling of the modern era. Like, they were really good at getting heat, and they did their job.
Man, I was actually surprised they gave Logan and Miz the victory. I thought they wanted the WWE would give it to the Mysterios just for like fan reaction.
Yeah, honestly, I thought the same thing too. I was kind of surprised when Logan and the Miz actually did win. I thought the same thing as you. Honestly, I did think that the WWE would want the fans to win, but I guess to kind of give Logan some rub, and I guess they're also going to try to milk out Logan, right, to get a few more matches
Yeah,
out of him, try
that
to
is
build him up with his skills, so give him a free win.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was the smarter thing to do for them. Make more money off that.
I think Logan's gonna stay. I think he's gonna have a feud with the Miz.
Oh yeah, that was perfect. Like the way they set that up and Miz betraying Logan. That was like a
That
perfect
was
way to set up
shocking. That
a
was shocking for sure.
yeah, but it was like a perfect way to set up a new feud.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
Go ahead.
it's gonna be hard though, because like people just hate on Logan, and he's gonna be
Yeah.
presented as the baby face.
I
So
was just about to say that. I think WWE is stupid if they try making Logan the babyface.
yeah,
I mean, I remember when the Miz was a babyface for a bit. It was actually a while back. He wasn't bad at it, but like he's just a better heel, so it's gonna be tricky for them to balance it out.
But here's the thing. So Logan, I know he's loved everywhere else, but he's not loved by the WWE fans. I think the WWE fans just hate celebrities in general. But like the Pauls, like Jake, even when he was on like the panel show or whatever, they were booing the fuck out of him. Logan, same thing. I'm actually surprised how much they don't like Logan. I don't know what it is. Maybe they don't really know the history behind him, or they just know the whole Japan incident.
Yeah,
might be that, or it's just that like overall celebrities, like other than like Logan and Bad Bunny, who are the exceptions,
Hmm.
celebrities have always put on a really bad match.
Yep.
Like Snooki when she teamed with
oh
John
my god.
Morrison and
Oh God.
who was it, Maria? I forgot who the other
It
one was.
was fuck yeah. Who was it? I don't even know. But
Kelly, whoever,
Kelly.
whoever it was. Like, people just they see a celebrity in the wrestling ring, they're like, oh, they're just here for the paycheck. But Logan and Bad Bunny, they were the exceptions. They actually performed very well.
Yeah, no, all credit to Logan for that. And like, yo, I see a lot of people saying Logan and Jake as a tag team.
Who knows? Because like before the event even started, Jake Paul was there. He was talking to fans. He was like talking his shit. Be like, I knock people like you out for a living and all that. He was
Yeah.
starting drama as well. He could
Jake's
fit a
good.
perfect heel as well. So who
Jake's
knows?
really good at playing the heel, man. I mean, that's his character, even in real life, in boxing. That's his character. He plays the bad guy, he accepts it, and he excels at it.
But do you think WWE would risk having Jake in there with the stupid shit he would say?
I mean, regardless, it's so much attention, so many more fans. You know, you'll make more money.
Yeah, but then if Jake like cusses on live television, WWE's like fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
but like acting like it hasn't happened before.
That is true.
But I guess it's also that with Jake, I think with Jake, He's just focused on his boxing right now. I don't think
Yep,
he wants
yep.
to go to WWE right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he'll complete a side quest later on.
Crazy. Uh, like yo, like deep. We didn't even bring up the fucking Pokemon card Logan wore.
Oh man, Guinness World Record $5.275 million.
Holy shit.
That's insane. That's wearing that to ring. Holy shit. That's just insane.
Uh, I don't think it was the same one he brought for Floyd. I think that
It
was a
wasn't.
Charizard.
That was
Yeah,
Charizard.
this one was like a Pikachu Illustrator card,
Hmm.
and I think it's rated a PSA 10, and he wore it to WrestleMania, and now it's worth $5.275 million. Bro, Logan is really out here just completing side quests at this point, man.
His whole outfit was nice, bro. It fit
Man,
the
he
whole character.
promoted Prime. He found a way to promote Prime again in
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah. The WWE Prime like collab with the yellow bottle. Yo, honestly, it
Yo,
looked really good.
it did. It did. Man, I want to get Prime in Toronto.
Oh, bro.
I
I mean,
want to
yeah,
try it.
they're
I
not
mean,
even having it in the UK.
eventually, I mean, it'll probably get big enough to
No,
reach out.
no. But there. Okay, I'll tell you something I haven't told anyone. And KSI's manager, Mams Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I actually tweeted at him like, "When are we getting Prime in Toronto?" Right?
okay.
And he DM'd me actually, and he's like, "My bad. I'll get back to you whenever we do have it. I'll hit you up." I was like, "That's sick."
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
that's crazy. So maybe we'll get it sooner rather than later.
bro. Screw that. No limits. X Prime collab sponsorship. Get
Yeah,
that
we
bread
gotta
up,
do.
bruv.
Yeah, all right. All right, all right. We got off track. Let's talk about the women's title matches. Let's start off with arguably match of the night, maybe even like match of the whole WrestleMania event. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. What's your guys' thoughts on that one?
um, I think the decision was right. Bianca should have
Mhm.
won, especially after how dirty she was done at SummerSlam. She put on a banger of a match against Sasha Banks to win the title, and she carried on that title strongly into SummerSlam. Becky Lynch returned, and then they had her squash her in like 26 seconds. They did her very dirty with that. Didn't give her a chance, and now she got her moment, won her title. I'm happy for Bianca, and that was the right decision in my opinion.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, like you said, she like got done dirty bad. So like this was like a nice like recovery for her. Like especially like on WrestleMania too. It's like can't be any better.
This is example of WWE doing long-term storytelling in a great way.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
God they had Bianca, and she's WWE's next like woman star. Like she has all the factors.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
She has a great look. She has great in ring abilities, great promo skills. She's very charismatic. She has a very iconic look too with her long
Yeah.
black hair. And they built up the match very well, especially with how like at the beginning they showed like not Bianca, Becky as the cowardly heel, just trying to get away from Bianca. Bianca's
Yep.
scratching and clawing for that title shot, and when she cut off Becky's hair too, they built up
Oh
the match
yeah.
very well.
Yeah, it was perfectly done to be honest.
And then we got Ronda versus Charlotte. See now this one I was shocked with the ending. I thought they were gonna give it to Ronda for sure. Or what did you guys think?
Yeah, I mean I missed out on this match, but like I did check like Twitter and it's like I seen Charlotte won and like I just couldn't believe it to be honest. I thought Ronda was for sure gonna get the win.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Honestly, I thought Ronda would for sure win, and they would complete her journey back to the WWE. You know, she won WrestleMania. She had a good match in not Abu Dhabi, sorry, Saudi Arabia, and I thought they really were going to complete her journey, and for her to lose, that was very surprising. But I see how they set it up with how she did put her in the arm bar and she tapped, and the referee was down,
Yeah.
and she also got a count to three, but again, her foot was on the rope, so they're just gonna build up from there. But I don't think that was the right decision in my opinion.
So my thought process was I thought Becky was gonna lose, and I thought like so Ronda was gonna win, hold it until next WrestleMania, and then Becky challenges her then. But now what I'm thinking is I don't think Ronda wants to do like a full time schedule. and maybe that's why they didn't want to put the belt on her.
Yeah, I guess that is one thing, but even though she is probably on a part-time schedule, I'm still kind of surprised that they didn't actually put the belt on her just because of the star quality she possesses.
Yeah,
And the fact that like the rematch between her and Becky, like even if she is on a part-time schedule, if they were to just build her up, like build her an undefeated streak against Becky, I thought that would be really strong for a WrestleMania 39 match.
yep. And all right, and let's move on to, well, you can say this is a shocker, but not really. But this is still gonna go down in the history books. The return of Cody Rhodes from
Phew.
AEW. Holy fucking shit! What a way he returned. Am I right?
Yeah, no, that's it was crazy. The whole crowd was going insane too, and like just like talk about AEW a bit. He's the one who started like the whole trend of everybody
Oh my
going there,
god.
and like to
Exactly.
return to WWE against Seth Rollins too.
Man, I love
Just
Seth,
insane.
bro. Seth did such a good job carrying this fucking whole, like, what's the word? Whatever feud
Oh
going into
yeah,
WrestleMania. Yeah, yeah, story. And he they put on such a good performance, bro. I don't know, everything was perfect in that match.
it
Like,
was
nothing went wrong.
10 out of 10.
Perfect, bro. With especially with how Cody was in like AEW, you'd see like videos of him like smashing a Triple H
Yeah,
style
yeah.
throne. There was a really famous line where he talk about how the AEW is Ellis Island for wrestlers. He's like, "This is where pro wrestlers want to be. We will listen. We have great pay." To see him like basically feuding with the WWE for so long, and for him to return and have a great match, and even reference his father with those punches and the bionic elbow. It was
Oh
amazing.
yeah,
That
it was
was really good.
perfect. Like what a return match for him. Like especially against Seth Rollins too. Somebody who's been like, in my opinion, like one of the bigger carries of WWE for the
Yep.
past few years.
Oh yeah.
Like just the perfect opponent for Cody.
And the way Seth, you guys were talking about this, the way Seth built it all up, as like he can't find an opponent, he needs an opponent. He goes to Vince McMahon. They talk about it. Everybody's chanting for Cody, and it happened. Oh man, it was. It was a very it wasn't a well kept secret that Cody was gonna return, but it didn't ruin the moment.
Yeah, that just couldn't be ruined. Like regardless, it was way too big.
Yeah, we gotta give WWE credit for this one. They do fuck up things a lot, but they did it perfectly.
Yeah, this was perfectly
Ah, man,
executed.
but I hate dirt sheets, man. Imagine like there was no rumors about this, and then Cody just shows up, like, and
Oh, that would like the crowd would have erupted even more than they did.
That would
yeah,
have been that would have actually been insane if Cody just went like silent. No one talked about it in WWE, and for him to just pop up out of nowhere, that would be insane.
yeah, and then bro, we ended with what we thought was gonna be the KO show with Stone Cold. So let me tell you guys what I thought this was gonna be. I thought, yeah, they're gonna do like a little show, and then uh, Stone Cold was gonna stunner him, and yeah, that's it. But
Yeah,
bro, they turned it into a full match, not just like a 1-2 minute squash match. It was like a good like 13, 14 minutes, right?
Yeah, the match went on for some time, and yeah, honestly, I thought the same thing too. I thought it'll be kind of more of a KO show kind of style segment, more of a talk show, and then they would eventually go into fight each other for a bit. Stone Cold will hit him a stunner, drink some beers. Night one is finished, but to see him actually come out of retirement and for him to put on like a pretty solid match in my opinion, especially
Yep,
after
same.
19 years away. Kevin Owens did a great job with selling, by the way. But yeah, the honestly, like, hats off to him. Like, that was amazing, honestly, to see Stone Cold back in action, Russell do his thing, hit him with the stunner, the beers at the end. Amazing.
just the good old classic Stone Cold way. Nah, that was like a perfect match though. Like it was random because I don't think anybody expected them to actually have a full on match, but it was pretty good. Even Owens hit Stone Cold with the stunner of his own, which is pretty cool because he did a thing carry on the move.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I actually heard some rumors about like Stone Cold like actually wrestling Kevin Owens, but I heard a lot of
I did
people were like,
too.
yeah, a lot of people close to him though were like, Austin is a perfectionist, and if he didn't think he could put on a good match, he wouldn't come out of retirement. So for him to come out of retirement, he believed in himself. He was like, all right, I could put on a good match with this guy, with Kevin Owens. And they did exactly that.
Bro, like I usually hate when legends come back, especially after such good retirements. Like Stone Cold had a great retirement. It was against The Rock in a WrestleMania 19. But then this one, I'm not complaining. This one was done so well. Kevin Owens was the right fucking guy to do this with.
Yep,
Yeah.
for
For his
sure.
cells, bro. But you know what I was really shocked about? Stone Cold took a suplex to the concrete. That's a
Yeah.
real fucking a cell. That's a fucking crazy bump.
It is a crazy bump. Like that's especially for a man of his age, like 19 years away from the ring too, to take a bump like that. Like it just shows that he really wanted to put in a good match for the people.
Yeah, man. No, see, that's what pisses me off about like when Shawn Michaels had the
Oh
perfect
man.
retirement, in my
Oh
opinion,
yeah,
the greatest retirement out of everyone, right? Comes back for a Saudi Arabia show just to fucking shit the bed.
So
Imagine
bad.
if he wanted to come back, it should have been against someone that can carry, like a AJ Styles, a Seth Rollins, a Daniel Bryan, and then he chose to do it in the Saudi Arabia show with fucking Kane and Undertaker, two old ass people.
and then Triple H too. Like they're all just old.
Yeah,
Like there's no point of that. Like Shawn Michaels, yeah, like he said, his retirement was like probably the best by far, and then they just for no reason brought him back.
And the worst part about that too is that they were up against those DX versus the Brothers of
yeah, a
Destruction.
dream match.
Like Kane and Undertaker at that age, like they need
Yeah.
someone to also carry them through a match.
Yeah, bro. But overall, I thought night one was fucking great. I see people complaining about the Stone Cold match. These people are just complaining for the fuck of it.
I
I
don't
honestly
understand
thought it
what
was a
there's to
great
complain
event.
about. Like that was a perfect match, perfect opponent. Everything went pretty well for that. So I don't know what there's to complain about.
Had a great fun ending too. Had some pretty solid bumps in it. I think it was a great match. I think people are just complaining for the sake of it.
Yeah, haters.
Yeah, but as an overall event, bro, for night one, I have to give it like a 9 out of 10. Like I actually enjoyed it. Like I liked it a lot.
For night one, I'll probably give it like probably an 8.5 out of 10. I
Yeah.
really liked it too though. But yeah, I'll probably give it an 8.5. Definitely a high rating. I think it was
Yeah,
definitely better than night two though.
8.5, 9 for me as well. Like it was pretty. It was like it was really good.
Yeah, so let's get into night two. It's I think it started off with Triple H coming down. That was so sad. Triple
Oh
H
yeah,
laying down the boots. Of course, we know what happened with him. He's never wrestling, which sucks. But I saw this thing. It was like Triple H's last two matches were against Batista and Randy Orton. So that is
oh
cool, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Triple H is he's a legend in the industry and he's had some amazing matches like his classic Hell in a Cell against the Undertaker that will forever be
Mm.
remembered.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, it is really sad to see him retire, especially that like it was out of it. It wasn't on his terms, you know.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
sucks.
sucks. I mean, yeah, legend, one of the like best to ever do it. Such a long career. Literally did everything he possibly could for the company. Yeah, it just sucks.
And yeah, but let's get into like the main matches, and I think we could start off with Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville, another celebrity match. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, another match which I enjoyed. It was a fun one. I know Harshan watched it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a solid fight, and it was pretty funny as well. It just everything was great.
Yeah, it was no technical masterpiece, but it was fun. You know, it was like something to get the crowd going,
Yeah,
entertaining.
that was like I think probably the best like match they could have started out with. I feel like if they threw that like later on in the card, it wouldn't have been like the
No,
best.
no, no. I think they did throw it on later on in the card.
Did they? Oh, maybe I tuned in
Yeah,
late.
yeah, yeah. But it was still good. It was still good.
Yeah.
And then, well, I'm not going in order, but we also had AJ Styles versus Edge. Of course, a dream match.
Oh my god, this match was insane.
Bro, they were so technically sound, especially their counters and everything. The finishing sequence, it was all just performed very well, and even the story building up to it was just all amazing.
Man, I love Edge's new character as a heel. Like the new thing he's doing, I love it personally.
Yeah, it's like a completely different side. I love it too.
And that's how Edge is. Edge has always historically been the best as a heel, especially when he cashed in the first ever Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
He's
Oh
just
yeah.
always been such an amazing heel throughout his career. It's great to see him as a heel again.
yeah. And honestly, I thought AJ Styles should have won this match because AJ Styles. I felt like he needed the victory more than Edge, but I'm not complaining with the Edge victory. I think AJ Styles still looked strong during the feud, during the whole match, and it was cool seeing Damian Priest paired up with Edge. That was really cool.
That was kind of like they went in the center of the ring, both took a knee, and then just like looked at each other and then left together. Yeah, it was just pretty cool seeing that side of Edge and Damian
Random but
Priest.
cool. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, who knows where that's gonna go from there.
I just wish instead of just Damien Priest being ringside that he actually wrestled Finn Balor at
Oh yeah,
WrestleMania.
agreed. Take it in the Intercontinental Championship and United States title wasn't on the card, which is just I don't know
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck
don't
they're
get that.
doing.
They actually had I don't know if you guys know about this, but they had Finn Balor and this was like recently too when he was United States champion. They had him actually wrestle on Saturday's main event.
Are you wait? This is like this year?
Yeah, it was this year, and they had him wrestle on the main event, Saturday's main
Main,
event.
main
Well,
event still goes
oh
on?
Yeah, it still goes on, and
wow,
they had him like defend the belt there.
that's actually sad.
Oh man, that's fucking sucks, bro. Finn Balor deserves so much better.
So much more, bro. That's the first Universal Champion.
Yeah, that is the first Universal Champion, and they just haven't given him a chance again. Especially that like the injury wasn't even his fault; it was a freak
Yeah,
injury, and they just haven't given him the proper shot.
he was great. The whole demon character and everything. Like, I don't know. They're just wasting him.
Bro, and I swear he's from like Ireland. Like he has a huge fan base behind him.
Yeah, they've been misusing him for a honestly, ever since he came up to the main roster. But that's what happens to a lot
Bro,
of those
twice.
NXT
Yeah.
talents.
Remember they took him back to NXT. He won the championship, NXT championship, did such a good run there, and he's back, and we're thought, okay, now he's gonna be treated better. And it's the same thing. It's like I don't know what the hell they're doing.
And if anything, he might even be treated worse now. He's the United States champion, beat Damian Priest, and they relegate him to Saturday's main event,
Bro.
something that no one watches.
All right, man. Let's let's move on from this before it pisses us off.
Yeah, it's not for that.
But bro, we had Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. I'm sorry if I said that last name wrong, but bro, surprisingly, I knew this match would get a good reaction. Pat's a popular guy, bro. It might have been the best crowd reacted match out of the whole.
Oh yeah, no, the crowd was getting into it. Like they were all behind him, like McPhee.
Bro,
It was
McPhee surprised me, man. Holy shit, he's actually good.
yeah, no, he was solid like throughout the whole match.
Yeah, for Pat, bro, McAfee, he really puts in his effort into this. He's not just here for a paycheck, and you could tell he has a lot of passion for the business. Even as a color commentator, he has a lot of passion for the business.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's a gem, bro. A really fun match. Pat won the match, which I don't think they should have commentators beating their wrestlers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just I don't know. It happens, I guess.
But it is what it is. Pat won the match, and then it didn't end there. It didn't end there because Vince McMahon is ringside. Vince McMahon teases taking off his coat, but he's like, nah. And then he takes it off, gets in his fucking little tank top. Vince McMahon, I don't know how old this guy is in 2022 having a match at WrestleMania against Pat McAfee, and then oh my god, and then he just squashes Pat.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I was not impressed at all. That was probably the worst 5 minutes or however long that lasted of like all of WrestleMania.
Oh
to me.
yeah, no,
I absolutely hated it. Like, like just like I thought it would be good, and then McMahon doing these slow ass clotheslines. Like it looked so like bad that it's like anybody could dodge those, and it was just so poorly executed.
I mean, bro, that's what happens when they get a 76-year-old man who hasn't
Yeah.
wrestled in God knows how long now. I don't even know how long it's been since he last wrestled. To put him in there for a match, man, the WWE should not be using Vince for that. Or Vince himself should not be
Exactly.
using Vince for that. I know he put himself there. He's like, let me just go in. Let me have another run.
For no reason. That was horrible.
Bro, oh, so Austin Theory can't beat Papa Vince. You could beat him with a few fucking clotheslines. Okay, man.
Bro, honestly, like that's such bad booking, especially for Austin, because now that he lost against Pat, if he somehow does become champion, that's gonna degrade him so much as a champion. So all his validity will be gone as a champion, knowing that he lost to a color commentator.
Oh, and Austin's a great character, man. He really puts in his work.
He does put in his work. Honestly, he does. He's a great athlete too. Honestly, he has some great in ring work. But Vince should not have put himself in that match. I'm sorry, Vince
Bro,
can't be there.
It's not done there, Deep. It's really not, because then Stone Cold comes back.
Oh,
He comes back. He's like, "Oh, okay, Vince, we're good now. We're good. Gets the beers. Fucking stuns him. Wait 1 second. Vince was back. All right, yeah.
My bad.
We're just talking about how Stone Cold comes back.
Oh yeah, this is what saved like the whole like 5-minute bullshit. Cause like I was like ready to say like this is by far like the worst thing I've seen. But of course, Steve Austin doing Steve Austin things saved like that whole bullshit 5-minute garbage that we seen. Hit a stunner. The stunner hit on McMahon was so like awkwardly done.
Oh my god!
I just like it made me cringe inside. I was like, that was just so weird. But then I don't know, just Steve Austin being there saved it.
Bro, imagine one of Vince's wrestlers selling a stunner like how Vince sells it. Bro, they'd get fired on spot.
Yeah, for sure. That was so horribly done.
Yeah, only Vince can get away with these things. It's because he's the boss too. That's the only reason why he can't get away with these things.
And then the stunner Stone Cold hit on Austin Theory. He went flying upwards. He did a little like that was like a little bit too much of an oversell as well. But like
the one he did on Pat was fucking jokes.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good one. But like overall, like most of that was pretty bad.
I guess that is the only way to save that match when it's booked that badly, though.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god!
Lord.
If I could get those 5 minutes back, please.
Yeah, and Bisla, I know you're not gonna be happy about this one, man. The
Oh
main
my
event.
god! Don't
man.
even get me started.
Guys,
on
listen. This is promoted as the biggest match in WrestleMania history.
Yep.
Guys, we've had John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania. We've had fucking Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold versus The Rock, but no, Brock versus Roman 3 is the biggest match in WrestleMania history, according to WWE.
And
But
it ended
listen,
in like 10 minutes.
I'm not a hater. Like I actually was pretty excited for this match. I was like, yeah, the WrestleMania 31 match was fire. 34 was shit, but let's see what they do now. And no, this was garbage.
Yeah, here's the thing. I wasn't a hater either. I was pretty excited, and then fast forward 10 minutes, and yeah, I'm a hater. Like that was just not good at all.
Oh man, especially after how much build-up they put into this match, the way they built up this match on SmackDown, on Raw, it was performed so well, and it showed that like, all right, this is how a match should be built up, and not even just a match. This is how a main event should be built up, and for them to put on a 10-minute subpar match, oh man, what a letdown.
I don't know, like from start to finish, I thought it was gonna be really good because like the way it just started, Brock takes his gloves off. I mean, it just started off solid, and then he gets speared through a barricade, makes the count at 9, and then gets like low blowed, whatever, title in the face, hits one F5 and gets speared like 40 times. I don't know. And then he did lock in a Kimura, and then you hear Paul Heyman crying like, "Go my tribal chief," blah blah blah. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then Roman like was in a Kimura for a good 40 seconds. Immediately, just godlike spears him and wins. Like, what the?
And the way they built that up too, he's like, my shoulder,
Yeah,
it's
he's like,
gone,
I
Paul.
can't lift it. It's gone.
And
And
the
then a fucking 10-second later hits us like spear. Like
spear.
what?
And then
Bro,
there's just Paul Heyman hyping him up. Go, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. Do it for
Bro,
your family.
Brock got done so dirty. He only did one F5 and like 4 German suplexes. That's like all he got to do, pretty much.
oh man, I put a bet down that he'll do over 2 F5s.
Yeah, he didn't. But
And I
he
lost
tried,
money.
and they just did him so dirty.
Bro, it's like like they needed a stipulation for this match, like a no holds barred match or something. I don't know why they didn't just do that.
Yeah, no, it could have definitely been much better. Like I thought the fight would last longer than 10 minutes.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, especially without any stipulation. Then the idea is brought up that to protect both of these characters, and because now it's going to be kind of hard to book the main event with Roman holding 2 belts. But with the fact that it wasn't stipulation, just the idea that imagine if it ended with a count out, a double count out.
Oh god. Oh god. Thank God.
No, no, this was awful.
Bro, and no, but deep about the 2 belts thing, I think it's unified, so it's gonna
Yeah,
turn into 1 belt.
Oh, okay, one belt
Yeah,
then. Because then with 2 belts, it's like it's gonna be really hard to for even just Roman or for them to book it with both belts on one person.
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. I wonder what's next for Roman after the shit show. I don't know if it'll happen right away, but I want Cody Rhodes in there.
Oh yeah,
That would
Yeah,
be
oh
that would
yeah.
be perfect. Like it could happen right away, but I
I
don't
think
know.
it can too.
That'd be insane though, Cody Roman.
I hope it does, but I think they might actually try to run a Roman and Brock again because
Oh no.
Oh man.
Brock has actually been booked for post WrestleMania events. I don't know how long post, but he is booked for post WrestleMania events. Before it was
Yeah.
believed that he wouldn't, but now he actually did. So I don't know, but
I don't
if
know.
they
After
do
getting
run it
done
again, I
dirty,
hope not.
after getting done dirty, like I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
I think honestly, I think the next guy is gonna be Drew McIntyre because it's been leaked that Roman versus Drew is gonna be for the Universal title at some like live events. So I think that
Yeah,
will.
that's also a good fight.
Yeah,
But I'd love to see Roman versus Cody for sure.
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure. To complete Cody's return and for him to be champion. For Cody, the guy who worked so hard to bring up AEW, the competition, and bring down the WWE, for him to come back and win the title, oh man.
Oh, that's just like one of the greatest like storylines you could just possibly think of. Like, come on, that's insane.
Yeah, man. So overall, night 2 was still good. I'm not gonna complain. We still had like the great like tag team Randy Orton match. Yeah, RK bro. Like it was still a good night. I would say it's not as good as night 1, of course. Night 2, I would probably give. So night 1, I take it back. I'm not gonna give it a 9. I'll give that an 8.5. Night 2, I'll probably give like a 7.8, 8.
Uh, I'm giving night 2 like a 7, maybe a 6.5. I think night 1
Wow.
blows it out of the water. If I'm being just because like a main event
Okay,
can't be
yeah,
garbage
fair
like
enough.
that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Harshawn, especially after how long it was built up, and how the match was built up as like the greatest WrestleMania ever, the greatest WrestleMania match, and for it to be a complete flop, that really ruins it.
Yeah, no, that was awfully done.
Yeah, so you know what? Overall, WrestleMania as a whole, I'll probably give it like, I don't know, between a 7.7 and an 8.
I'll give it an 8. Night 1
Yeah,
did carry, but overall, I'll still give it an 8.
Yeah, I agree too. I think Night One definitely did a better job, especially with their booking as well. They did a better job. So I probably would how good Night One was. I would definitely give it overall an 8.
Yeah.
overall a good event. We can't complain.
Yeah, I can't complain at all. Dude's booking was overall pretty solid, except for some matches, but overall it's pretty good.
Yeah, so you know what? Let's talk about what happened last week at the Oscars, man. Because we had- I know we talked about this a lot off the podcast. Me and Harshan, it's like I had a lot to say. Harshan had a lot to say, but so what I'm talking about, of course, is Will Smith slapping the fuck out of Chris Rock. Like, how do we start? I'll start. I'll start.
All right.
So my thought process behind this is, man, I don't think the joke was that bad. First of all, I think, and Chris Rock is a fucking comedian. People have said much worse things. Will was literally laughing at the joke. This guy goes and slaps the guy. Super unprofessional. And then Chris Rock is a fucking champ. He took the slap like a champ. It's so professional. And wow, yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm team Chris Rock on this.
Yeah, like I don't know how, like, he's a comedian, that's his thing, right? Like, you're supposed to crack jokes. Those jokes happen like that all the time at award shows, and the fact that, like, he was laughing at it too. You can't just go up there and slap the guy. Like, come on, like, take the joke, or like, if you really had a problem with it, talk to him after, right? Be
Yeah.
like, that wasn't cool, whatever. Do it professionally, not go slap him in front of a live audience and many more watching.
Yeah, I agree with what you guys said too. He is a comedian. This is to be expected. And believe it or not, I remember I saw a post about it on Instagram, but the actual line itself, like Chris Rock didn't actually think about the line. It was
Yeah,
actually like the committee.
I did see that too.
And yeah, I agree with what you guys said. He is a comedian. This is to be expected. Whatever is said by written by the committee, he has to say it. That's to be expected. I think Will Smith definitely did overreact. I think if anything, at the end of the show, you should have at least pulled him aside, talked to him about it, talked to someone in the committee who wrote the joke. I think that was just very unprofessional from Will Smith overall.
Yeah, credit to Chris Rock though. Like, he kept his emotions in check and everything.
Oh,
Didn't let shit get out of hand.
took it like a champ, and
Yeah,
now
exactly.
it's become one of the biggest memes on the internet.
He actually tanked that slap like it was nothing. Like, he got slapped immediately, just started laughing. Like, it was, I was like, damn, that didn't even phase him at all.
Yeah, he got slapped. It's like when he got slapped, he was like, "Did this just happen?"
Yeah, it's like he couldn't believe it, but like, I don't know, he didn't even really affect him.
Yeah, man, and honestly, a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, well, Chris was what's it called? Defending his wife or whatever." Oh, sorry, Will was defending his wife. Bro, there's other ways to defend your wife. And are you really gonna? So, are you really gonna let someone fuck your wife, but not let someone make a joke about your wife?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
fucking get
Like,
it.
and on top, you were literally laughing about it. That's the thing,
Exactly.
right? Like,
Exactly.
even if you weren't laughing about it, like, come on. Then again, he's a comedian, blah blah blah. Like, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Like, keep it professional. I don't know,
Oh man, it's a scary world for comedians. Like they're getting canceled for
I
everything.
mean, yeah, the world's getting softer and softer, so comedians gotta watch what they say. I mean, there's some who just can't get canceled, like Kevin Hart. Like, you can't cancel him. That's not possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is way too mainstream at this point. There's no way Kevin Hart could get canceled.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm telling you, they'll find a way to cancel Kevin Hart. They'll find a way.
I don't know. It's sad, but like, this, I'm not even gonna get into it, man.
Yeah, let's move on before we get
We're
ourselves.
getting a little bit too political. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
canceled.
Yeah. Let's get back. So we've talked about WrestleMania. Of course, we're all pro wrestling nerds out here. We talked about Oscars, which we're not fucking, or we don't know shit about that. But we'll come back to the nerd category. UFC 273.
Yes.
Finally, a good UFC card this year. We've had
Oh.
good main events, but the undercards have not been the best on paper. But this is really good.
This is looking fantastic.
And I'm talking about the three fights. And let's get right. Let's start off strong with Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. What's your guys' thoughts?
Well, first off, as you said, Prop, thank God, finally a good UFC event.
Yeah.
$75 for
Oh no.
complete trash for the past 3 months. Don't even get me. I won't even get into that, man. I could rant on about that for so long, but whatever. We'll talk about Burns, Dorino, and Hamzat. Now, I think Hamzat, with his size and his power and the way he's very precise with his striking, I think he could definitely. I think he's definitely going to take the finish. I think he's going to beat Burns because I don't think this is gonna go to the ground. I don't think Hamzat is gonna try to take him down because he knows that's a dangerous position. Even Usman knew that that was a dangerous position for him to go
Okay.
into Gilbert's guard, and I don't think Gilbert actually has the capabilities of even him taking down Hamzat or
Yep.
getting a submission or getting his back because of how elite of a wrestler Hamzat is. So I think he's going to stay on the feet. As we've seen with Gilbert versus Wonderboy, Gilbert often overcommits to his punches, and that could leave him open, which we saw with the Wonderboy fight. So I think he's going to overcommit. I think Hamzat, with his accuracy, with his precision and his power, I think Hamzat's going to take this win. But I think people are definitely disrespecting Gilbert. I think Gilbert could definitely win this too.
Yeah, like I do agree. Like I'm leaning towards Hamza as well. Like for the fight, he's bigger, stronger, and all that. But like the disrespect I'm seeing of Burns, like it's actually like very bad. Like it's like, oh, 10-second knockout. He's not gonna make it past the first minute of the first round. Blah blah blah. Like, come on, this is Gilbert Burns. Like people are forgetting that like the fight with Usman was pretty like close. You know, he's one of the best welterweights. So I don't know why all this disrespect.
Yeah, and the way he even like rocked Usman as well, he's probably one of the only people to actually properly rock Usman like that. And especially with how sports books have it set up, they have him like a plus 400, 500 underdog.
So disrespectful. Like, I mean, I think it's not even debatable. Other than Kobe, this was Usman's hardest fight.
Yeah, I think for sure Gilbert was definitely his hardest fight. They
So,
were former teammates. He caught him with that overhand right.
And they're saying, what, 400, 500 plus underdog? Like, come on. You know, like, I don't, like, disagree completely with Hamzat being the favorite, but, like, 400, 500 plus?
Crazy.
That's, like, come on, that's too much.
Yeah, and then we also have that's not even the co-main event, which is crazy. The co-main event is Alderman Sterling versus Peter Yan 2. And I think this is
Sterling's about to get what's handed to him soon enough. He's about to catch
exactly.
Peter Yan is about to have the time of his life in there.
Yeah, I want to see like when the grappler is the one being taken down by the striker, you know, it's not going to be a good time. And that was the story of the first fight. Piotr's cardio was so high. He was able to take down, he had great takedown defense, and he took down Aljamain with ease. If it just wasn't for that knee, it would have been a very easy win for him.
Oh, yeah, easily. Like, that first fight, everybody's seen it. Everybody knows who was winning. It was clear that Piotr Yan was winning that fight.
Piotr right now, I think Piotr Yan is a top 3 in the world, honestly, pound for pound.
Yeah,
I mean, I think you can easily argue that for sure. Maybe
he needs the belt, but
I mean, it'd be Usman, Izzy, and then him, or Volk's right there as well. But like, yeah,
no, you guys have said everything, but Peter Yan's a different animal.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be like, I think out of like every fight on this card, I would be very surprised if he were to lose. Like out of every fight, this is the one that like I'm sure is like a guaranteed lock.
I don't remember the last time I was so confident in like a title challenger. Like I don't remember.
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I can't remember it either. Maybe like Usman and Masvidal too, just because of how the first fight went. But I can't.
No, I mean title challenger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not just like title fights. Sure, there's been some obvious ones, but title like the guy that's not the champion.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's just that first fight was so dominant by Piotr. I don't really think anyone believes Aljo has a chance. If he somehow does win, wow.
I mean, hats off to him then. Like, you know, so proved everybody wrong. But from what like we all seen in the first fight, we already know how this is about to go down.
Especially with how we seen with Piotr. I think he even like flew. He fought off obviously Corey Sandhagen.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
I think after he actually flew out to Thailand and trained over there with like Hamzat and them. So the guy's been training. He wants this fight. He's won this fight for a long time.
Yep. He wants his hands on him so badly. He's going to do bad things to him.
Yeah, and then the main event, boys. Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie. I'm gonna say right now, easy dubs for Volk. No disrespect to the Zombie, but I got the boy Volk.
It just sucks because we were gonna get Holloway versus Volk, but then
Uh,
this. I mean, yeah. Like then again, no disrespect to Korean Zombie. Like I think there's more of a chance of him winning than Sterling winning against Piotr. But
yep.
then again, it's like it's Volk, man. I don't see like there's a small chance, but then again, Volk's just he's just too perfect.
Yeah,
Agreed.
honestly, with that fight, I think people are definitely sleeping on Chan Sung Jung though. Obviously people know him for the great chin, but he
Yeah, I
has some
agree.
great striking. He has some great power, and he's got some great grappling on the ground as well. So honestly, even though I do have Volk winning this as well, I think Volk has just fought and defeated better competition, especially like Max Holloway and against Brian Ortega, how he somehow survived that guillotine and the
Oh yeah,
triangle attempt. Like Volk's durability is definitely up there, but like I think for sure Volk will. I think Volk will win, but I think don't be too surprised if he pulls off the upset. I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I was just about to say that. Like, I wouldn't be like completely shocked if Korean Zombie were to win. Like, it's just one of those things where he's getting too disrespected again. But at least like it kind of makes sense because it is Volk. It's not like another Hamzat Burns type of situation. But yeah, I just think Volk has this one in the bag.
Yeah, like how it is with like the Hamza and Burns type of situation. Like that's like,
That's just pure disrespect.
yeah, that's not even like I don't even know what to say about that honestly.
Like the only way that's justified is if when they fight, if Hamzat wins within like the first minute, like then
Yep.
all right maybe. But otherwise, no. That's just come on, complete disrespect to Burns.
Yeah, but about the Vulcan Chan Sung Jung fight as well. He's also more experienced than Volk too, which I think will also come into this fight. He's got some great power, some overall great striking capabilities, and he's got some great grappling abilities. So I think this will be a great fight.
I was looking at his record like a couple days ago, and I was just like looking back, and I didn't know he beat Dustin Poirier. Like I know it was way back, but like that's like it's pretty dope.
Yeah, back when Dustin was featherweight,
Yeah.
but Dustin was too light for that weight class.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And then he's also came back from a 2 year layoff in the military, so that could also well, even though that was in the past, but that still shows that like that's a lot of time without training in the octagon while Volk was training and getting better, beating Max.
Yeah, even though that's a controversial fight, but yeah, for sure you can't. I mean, it says 2-0 on paper, so can't argue it.
Yep. All right, boys. This was a great fucking episode. We talked about WrestleMania, Will Smith, and UFC. Thanks for coming on once again. Of course, we'll be seeing you guys back on in the future. No doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
I'm Andy here. All right, peace, boys.
All right, later.
Later.